Welcome everybody. Today I'm share with you another important video, how to start writing a research papers. If you are a beginner and you want to publish your paper, then what is the motivation or what to do? You can find all answered if you watch this video. This video will help you how you can search or select your topics for start writing. So let's go what step we need to do to find or writing a research paper. So before you start writing, what do you need to know? So at first you need to what is your research topic. That means what you want to do, or, uh, or what you have to do, and what is the motivation behind this research step, topics. If you get a good motivation, then is there any existing solution? If no, then you can start from here. If yes, then what is the drawbacks or research gaps? That means existing solution have any problem or not. Then what is this? So based on these drawbacks, you will find the objectives or uh, possible outcomes. Then what methodology you will to choose, or what methodology is suitable for you, then you have to find based on this previous research gap. Once you find, then you can implement and experiment for validations. If all answer is yes, then you can start writings. So from the above portion, the most important things is finding your objective and possible outcomes, sometimes the research gap. So these two is very important. You need to uh, acquire knowledge from some existing work. So if you don't know what is the important work or what you have to do, then you cannot do nothing. So this important uh, part you have to know. So let's go the first process, your research topics. So if you are a IT people, then you know something, but if you are a don't IT people, that means if you are not study in computer science or other fields, then yeah, you can choose your own topics. But today I am showing as a computer science and engineering member. I will show based on the computer science and engineering field. Suppose we want to do a research cancer detection. So this is whatever what I know. I don't know nothing. I know some people have cancer, so I want to detect cancer detection. So if you want to some other, that's mean image processing, signal processing, or network or sensor network, IoT device, or artificial anything you want, you can search Google Scholar. So what I have written, I have written cancer detection. Then you see some suggestion will come to screen, then you can choose from this one, any of this one in Google Scholars. So from here, since it's come deep learning in front of me, so I search with cancer detection deep learning. So once I got this one, then I got this result. So this is the result. So from this result, what is this? Do you know anyone? So what is this one? So if you closely look, the first one, cancer detection review, few recent of thermal imaging deep learning approach, breast cancer detection, thermal deep learning lung cancer, deep learning AdaBoost algorithm breast cancer. So this is the paper. So from this searching, we know that there are different type of cancer. For example, skin cancer, then breast cancer, then lung cancer, and so other. So from here I see there is three similarity: breast cancer and breast cancer. So since there are three breast cancer, that's why I am choosing the breast cancer from the field. So if you want anything else, then you can scroll down, so you can get this one, which one is best suitable for you, so you can select this one. Moreover, you can also customize. You can also customize from the scholar. As for example, if I search using yeah, using cancer detection deep learning, then have a look. Here is the option. Here is the too much work you can search. You can also modify by using the by date. That means uh, since 2022, and you can select your paper based on this paper. So so from this one I have select two paper. One is two breast cancer paper, since I am interested work in breast cancer detection, so that's why I select two breast cancer paper. So have a look. So based on this cancer I have selected these two paper. So today I will try to study these two paper, and how can you study this paper. This is another important things. So based on this, my first question was, what is your research topics? So my research topics is breast cancer detection. Then go to the go to study of the paper 1 and paper 2. So because we need to find the motivation. So from this paper, what is the major findings? So title we know, everyone know title. What is who is the author? This one is also known to us. And what is the application? So this is another important. So if we read the abstract, then we can easily find the application. So application is breast cancer prediction. From application is sorry application is thermographic images, and objective is breast cancer prediction. So this is the basic objective. And by using what methodology they have used, if you study the methodology section, then you can find they have used segmentation, feature extraction using CNN, and classification using SVM forest. So this one is also their objective and their methodology. And their major contribution was, what is the major contribution? So is there anything new in this method? If new, then this one is the contribution. If this one is the this images is used for breast cancer, then this one is the their major contribution. And another one is, what is the accuracy? What is the accuracy? So their accuracy was 99.67% accuracy. So this is the finding from the paper 1. So from these five things, if we summarize this result, then what we can uh, write it, or how can write it as a sentence. So you can write it in many different way, but one of the things is, suppose we want to write what the methodology. I write the methodology. A CNN method with SVM and random forest was utilized. And then what is the application and objective for breast cancer prediction from, from thermographic images. Then what they find in their work, they found 99.60% accuracy from experimental analysis. Then another thing, what is the limitation? So if you study in their methodology section, then you can find the major lackings or major gap. But the use of preprocessing for reducing noise as well as optimization of hyperparameter tuning are not considered. So this is one of the limitation, because if the image is noisy, then their accuracy will not get up to the mark. So this is the problem of paper 1. And if you have a look the paper 2, then what is findings? So similar, we know the title, we know the author's name, and since we have chosen breast cancer prediction, so same application but same objective, but their application was MRI, ultrasound, and mammography images. So what they applied? Similar method. They have applied segmentation, but here they use the deep neural network, and classification they have used AdaBoost, but their accuracy was 97.2%. What is the major contribution? Is there anything new in deep learning, anything in AdaBoost, or anything in segmentation. So if we summarize the sentences, so similar, a deep learning method with AdaBoost was utilized for what? For breast cancer prediction. From which images? Ultrasound images. So in their accuracy work, they found how much accuracy? 97.2% accuracy from experimental analysis. And what is the limitation that you need to find? Their limitation may be, I have seen the no pre-processing for reducing noise was not considered. Here, some other gap you can also find: this segmentation was optimal or not, this deep learning was optimal or not, the data set was high or not. So you can find many other findings you can easily find. So I can show you. So from this one, the from these two paper, the basic research gap. So one is optimal segmentation technique, another one is deep learning hyperparameter optimization, another one is pre-processing and real data set. So far, since I read this one very lightly, that's why I found these four gaps. So if you want, you can work any of this one. So based on your choose, but based on your uh, current work, you can work with this one. So this one is called research gap. So motivation. So based on the literature, anyone can focus on this one. So this one is the motivation. So you can write a title like this one: breast cancer prediction from ultrasound or MRI images using optimal segmentation and deep neural network with hyperparameter tuning. So it's your choice. You can write a, or any other modification you can perform. But if you look here, everything is in here. So methodology, the research gap, the application, and the objective. So a title should be contained like that way. So now we have research topic, we have motivation, we have research gap. So what is the research paper format? So a research format looks like abstract, introduction. In introduction, that contains the basics. That means what is the application, what is the motivation, and what previously done. That's called literature review, and this is the motivation. And then theory of and method. If you need background method, then you have to analysis, then write the proposed methodology that may contain pre-processing, segmentation, feature extraction, classification. This one is mainly based on cancer detection. But if you want to write any other field, then you can write this one based on your one. Finally, the result and conclusion. So now I'll show you how you write a literature review section. This is important because most of the people make a mistake. So how you can gather the literature? There are 20, 15 papers. So how you can categorize? You can categorize either based on year, based on algorithm, or based on data sets. That means if you start writing based on year, then you write same year first, or then you can write other years. If you write algorithm, then you can focus it based on algorithm. If you want to categorize dataset, then you can write it based on your dataset. So here, look. So I have two paper and summary with this one. So in this case, if we see the summary of two papers, what is common? Year, this one is 2020 and this one is 22. So this one is not similar. Application, both application uh, are one application is thermographic images, another one is MRI and ultrasound images. So method, they have applied segmentation with uh, feature extraction and classification. So this one is common and result is different. So we can categorize based on the method. So we can write it based on the methodology. So how can you summarize it? So we can summarize it a simple way. For example, a CNN with breast cancer method prediction was applied paper 1 and paper 2. But in paper 1 for classification they have used SVM and random forest, but the second paper they use AdaBoost. So this is, and in their paper the the preprocessing reducing noise was not considered. So this one is the how you can start writing in a paper. So you can merge it and continuously write it for literature review. So I think you understand what you have to, or how it you want to write a literature review section. So in review section, so you must write some sort of story. That means this one is first come, then this one, then another one. So this is the sequence. You always maintain a sequence, and you always have to make a link. For example, if I write this one first, then I start writing the second one. For example, here, just here I have used the uh, uh, suppose this one is the literature of two papers. So in CNN, that one, but here I, if I write a deep learning method with AdaBest instead of instead of CNN and SVM mentioned in previous paper, was utilized. So you can write this way. So this is the processing. This is the process how you can start writing your literature review section. I think you understand it. Okay, that's all for today. I think it will help you to write your research paper. uh, Thank you everybody.